Right, so today we're going to talk about MLMs, which if you don't know is a multi-level marketing scheme, and how they have preyed on almost every single part of Instagram at the moment. I know I've been DM'd quite a few times, and I know the girls have as well, so let's talk about it.
I'll tell you, one of the main things is actually, I'm just going to go straight in there. I find it quite offensive because because like people will message me and they're just going, wow, your weight loss is really inspiring. And then I'm like, right, okay, here we go. And then I read further into the message and they're like, and so I've got these supplements, and, you know, if you know anyone that's like interested in losing weight, and do you know what, I think they'd really benefit you as well, and they're keto friendly and they give you ketones and it only costs this and this much, and I can send you something free. And I'm like, Lord, how rude. Like don't even go there, don't even try it with me.
So insulting, isn't it? It's like, oh yeah, congratulations, you've lost all this weight, but by the way, please sell my supplements using your weight loss.
Yeah,
please use my link.
Yeah, like I literally had one earlier today and they messaged me. It was just like a casual message like, hey, how are you, you've done really well, like you're inspiring me to like go on. And I was like, oh, that's really good, like thank you so much for saying, you know, are you in your own journey? And they messaged back and they're like, yeah, I am actually, now that you've asked. And then they went into this big thing and they were like trying to sell me something, and I was like, does it really look like I need to buy any products right now? Like I've done it all by myself.
They just see you as big money. Like if they happen to land you, they just think ka-ching.
I mean, they're probably going to use her photos anyway, let's be honest.
Absolutely. So 100%.
Use your shakes or supplements.
Yeah, I just love Zoe. Zoe is at Great British Bacon, by the way, and she is awesome. But yeah, basically she now like watermarks all of her photos, and it's just such a good idea, and I don't know why I never thought of it first, but like, to be honest.
Yeah, I feel like I need to make mine more obvious as well, because I watermark mine as now, but people just still take them anyway, and they just crop out the watermark or they just blur it out. Like,
you can't be putting it at the bottom because people can just crop it.
I know, I need to start putting it like transparent in the middle or something.
You don't want to ruin the aesthetic. Like, yeah, I appreciate that.
This is it.
We're here for it.
So no, I've been DM'd quite a few times about Arbonne, strangely. Like,
I've never heard of that one.
So beauty, allegedly vegan, but there's some issues around that. And it's basically, it's another, you know, like Body Shop, Avon, but a bit more culty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, Body Shop and well, I'm not sure about Avon, but the Body Shop one seems quite decent.
Oh yeah. It's completely different level of, but it is still multi-level marketing. Yeah. But obviously, like, you know, you trust the products from Body Shop anyway.
Yeah.
So regardless of who's selling it, still
still
buy it.
I quite like the Body Shop one because it's like it's a trusted brand, and it's not really a pyramid scheme at all. It's not like
a pyramid scheme at all.
No, it's just like it's quite nice actually. Like I quite like the Body Shop one because you literally, I haven't gone for it yet, but you literally get sent the products for like free at a discounted rate, like, and you don't have to go to the shop to get it, and it's just like it's a trusted brand. But
you just worry about like how much people are actually making. It's about like the hourly wage when you know start looking at it, that how much people are having to put in, and even if you're getting the products at a discounted rate, it might not still be fair for the person that's selling it.
That's such a good way to look at it, actually. Like, I never thought of it that way.
I mean, like for me personally, I fell for the Jice Plus trap like a few years ago when I was like 16, 17. I was in school and I was just desperate to lose weight, and someone approached me on Jice Plus thing. I saw it online on my Facebook page, and then they messaged me and I was like, right, I'm sold. I want to get in. I want to lose weight. And that kind of like jumped on my vulnerability. I don't even know if I'm allowed to like say names, but I'm going there.
I mean, I can always bleep it out if we're not allowed to, but
yeah, okay. So
I think it's an experience, so we're allowed to talk about it.
Yeah, so X brand. But yeah, I ended up like going for these shakes, and initially I think I lost like 5 pounds, and then that was it. Like I didn't lose any more weight, but I kept on doing it because I was in the support group of people on like a Facebook page, and they were all spurring me on and saying how well I looked and how well I was doing, that my meals looked good. And I was like, right, I'm doing this all right, like it's going to work, I'm going to have my moment. And I ended up spending so much money on these meal replacements, and I was having breakfast and lunch as a shake, and then for dinner I wasn't eating hardly anything, and I started to become like really, really tired. But I ended up like selling this product myself, and I don't know how I even like fell in. Well, I do know how I fell into it, because I was just totally vulnerable, and I just needed people to believe in me. But yeah, like the pyramid selling is something that I feel very strongly about. Like I just do not agree with it, especially when it comes to weight loss and trying to like, like, what am I trying to say? Like, it's trying to like grab people that are like at their lowest, I suppose.
Yeah, like you say, it's preying on people's vulnerability, like, you know, like you were preyed on. And I think it is really sad. Like, for me, it's such an unethical way of doing things. But it always comes from, like, obviously the people that set up these companies just know what they're doing. And that's where all of these problems, like, that's where they all start from. That's the root. Because, like, they obviously know how to market, what people need to say. This is how you can get people on board. This is what you should say to them. And I'm sure like there's videos on YouTube where people have gone undercover at these places. Like there's a guy that does it like completely different kind of thing, but entrepreneurs, so like entrepreneurs that say that they're entrepreneurs and, you know, house selling things, and it's just so funny to see like the blatant lies that people tell.
Yeah, and like I saw like with this company as well, it was like, and the better you do, like the more money you can earn. But it was like the more money you earn, the more client, like people you got on board. So like the more people I sold this diet to, I would make more money off them. And it just did not sit right with me at all. And it was they'd always say about how well you could do, and that you could just work from home and then you could just become your own boss. And like they kind of just sold me this like fantasy life that just wasn't real, wasn't healthy, and it wasn't good for me or anybody else.
I think that's the funny thing as well, like they sell such big lucrative like lifestyles, like you say, work from home, be your own boss, you're a business owner, but you're always making
I mean, who's seen the white Mercedes that always gets like pushed around as like the MLM thing, because it's always like, oh, when you get to this level then you can have like a white Mercedes and it's going to be all branded and it's going to be beautiful. You can have your own house, you're your own boss, you've got your own business. Like, no,
but it's not your own business, and you're not your own boss because someone else has the company. Like you're still someone else's employee.
It's so funny, but isn't it funny like how people fall into it and how we fall into it? But like you say, it's all so well scripted to do it. Like it's not anybody's fault. Like I don't blame anyone for going into it, because no one ever goes into it knowingly, you know, knowing what it's actually all about.
Yeah, no one's going into it trying to scam people.
They're just like you said it really well, Shannon. Like people are just sold a dream, and they can just never make it a reality. That's the thing.
Yeah, and then in the end, I ended up just getting my heart crushed even further, and then I just plummeted even more because then when I finally came to the realization it was not working for me, and I think my mum sat me down and she was like, "It's not really working for you. I'm worried about you." And then that just made me have like it kind of like made me really depressed as well, because I was like, I feel really helpless now because I can see that it's working for other people. Well, I can see that it's working for other people in inverted commas, but it wasn't working for me, and I was like, I'm never going to lose weight. I'm never going to be able to do it. Like, it's never going to work. And I felt really bad. Like, I felt really bad into depression because of it. And I feel so strongly about these things. Like, I'm going to try not to rant too much.
I mean, the thing is, you can see on these like Facebook groups, when you look at the photos, you're like, why are they so blurry? But it's because they screenshot it, and the quality of the photo goes down so much that it's like from 2007 kind of like iPhone quality. And it's just tragic that these people are looking at like these weight loss pictures and they're like, oh, this is me or something, or like, this is my friend. It's like, no, it's not, because this was shared like 4 years ago.
And the befores are like clearly like the picture's been stretched wide, and then the afters like clearly they're sucking in because no one's rib cage sits like that, like and no one's back is that straight in
like,
real life.
Why are your boobs like up there?
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you see there used to be adverts, there were these like pants, they're meant to be like a griddle that like really sucks you in, and the advert was comical because they used to get like larger women, right, and they used to pull these things up, but you could see before they pulled it up they all of a sudden suck in. It was so obvious, and there was so many fake comments like, oh my God, these work so well, but then like everyone else like, these girls are blatantly sucking in, like how stupid.
I don't know.
It's
I mean,
so
you're just
funny,
using
though.
them wrong. Like,
it's so funny though that you should say that, because I literally fell for that exact advert. I can't even remember what these like sucking pants were called, but I literally fell for it. It came up on like a little mini Facebook advert, and I was like, I need those in my life. And they were in dollars, and I was like, I'm just gonna pay for it. I'm just gonna buy them. And then they came, and I put them on, and I was like, that doesn't work. No, it literally didn't even make a difference.
Only work.
That's the only way that they work. That's why you buy them. You just not using them properly, obviously.
God. Well, I don't need them anymore now because I've lost the weight, so.
I mean, anything that promises that by putting you into like a certain piece of clothing is going to put you down like 4 dress sizes is just a lie.
Yeah, also it would be so unhealthy for you as well. Like, even if it did work, like the typical like Kardashian thing of like waist trainers and stuff and like sucking you in, that is so bad for like your body and like your structure. That can't be healthy. Yeah, like your organs must be completely crushed. That is so bad for you.
That's why they don't eat a lot, you know, they've just got a waist trainer on, it's just still squashed in.
Oh.
Do you know my favourite one? I forget the name of the company, but it was one of, you know, the MLM that does this special toothpaste, and it whitens your teeth within like a couple of cleans or whatever.
Is that like the charcoal one?
Yeah, it might be New Skin, I'm not sure. But the really funny thing is, like, if you look closely at those before and after photos of the teeth, like any teeth whitening product, right, have a look at the colour of the lips and the skin around. On the after, it's like the skin tones are so different. It's different light,
bit of Lightroom brightness.
Yeah, and probably used Facetune to, you know, brighten up the teeth. But I just find it so funny, and I don't know why I'm always like so analytical. I'm always looking. I'm like, where is it? Where's the floor?
It's the same with like skincare products as well. It's like on the right, like clearly you're just wearing foundation and you're just covering it all up. Like you haven't got rid of your acne in 2 days. Like
it's just mad. Like things like blackhead removers and all. Do you know those blackhead strips? They're actually meant to be really, really bad for you, because all they do is make you create more oil because it rips the top layer of your skin off, which then fills your pores.
Really?
I have dry skin, so those pore strips, like I literally use them maybe like once every couple of months or something, because I find that like my skin really struggles to like break out when it'll just like get inflamed. But I know like for people that have oily skin, that's literally like their worst nightmare is just to keep like having it.
Oh God, that is literally my worst nightmare, because my skin is just oil central. Like with the PCOS as well, like my skin is just mega oil.
There's a really good skincare routine from, well, you use it anyway, don't you? Use The Ordinary.
Yeah, so I use The Ordinary. They're so good. So that's like, it's one of my favorites, and I love the price fix. It's so cheap. But the best one is Dermalogica. Like my skin has never been better with Dermalogica. Like, yeah, it's so expensive, but it just works so well. But saying that it's expensive, like it doesn't work out that bad, because I get the double cleanse for oily skin, and then I get the clear start. So it's just, I think it's designed for like teenage skin, but I still use it anyway. Their moisturizer. It is so good, that routine, and it lasts for 3 months. So although it's expensive when you first buy it, it lasts for 3 months. So yeah, it's really good.
I think the thing to remember with things like that as well, like it's more of an investment, like looking after your skin, like your body for life, isn't it? It's the same with shoes and bed. Like they're the only other things that you should like really, really invest in, because nothing better than a good night's sleep, and you know you're on your feet all day.
Yeah, and I think like definitely taking dairy out of my diet really helped my skin. I know I might still like sneak in a bit of dairy here and there,
Oh,
but
you got to.
on the whole, yeah. I mean, Borsan just calls me,
Eyes you up.
But taking the dairy out, like my skin just cleared up massively.
That's amazing.
So, and there's a really good vegan keto Instagrammer. I think she's called Keto Vegan Queen, and her acne, it was like majorly cystic, and then literally within like, I don't think it was like 6 months or something, her acne like almost disappeared.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's great. It's just like lowering inflammation in general, and obviously like losing weight helps with that, and obviously like you've got your skincare routines all down, so
yeah, I think it's really interesting with dairy. Like I think most people are intolerant to dairy if you don't have an actual reaction to it. Like,
right, I feel like we've got a bit off track,
Oh,
and
God, we really
I feel
have.
like we need to like get it a bit more light-hearted. Sorry, Anna.
so MLMs.
So MLMs.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about.
So that was what we were talking about. Should we just go for pre and?
I just don't like him.
I mean, I haven't tried them personally, so I'm not going to comment on their effectiveness. However, from the research that I've read into it, and from talking to other people with their experiences, like your ketones will go up and then they will go back down, especially if you're still eating carbs on at the same time. I know that the scripted DM is to say you can be in ketosis and still eat carbs, but that's not scientifically accurate.
Yeah, it's another lie again, isn't it?
Yeah.
The reason that people will potentially fall for it is because, like you say, it does actually put ketones into your body. You can do a pee stick afterwards, or test your ketones after drinking it, and it's like, oh look, it actually is work. Like I'm actually in ketosis, but like you say, it's not a lasting effect. It's not a solution. It's not a quick way to get into keto. I think the thing that gets me the most is like, you're paying for this. You're paying for things your body makes, for goodness sake. Like, also they are so expensive. Like they are on a different level than like Jice Plus and Shakeology or whatever the other one is. Yeah.
Also, the whole point of keto, like half the point of keto is to like have a healthier mindset on food and like do it yourself. Like, not
it's
get a drink
fix
to do it for you. But did you guys see Zoe's story on this the other day? Like, she just hit the nail on the head. Like, I watched her whole story talking about it, and she's just basically saying like, yes, you can put ketones in your body, and if you take a pee stick, it's going to show that you're in ketosis, but you're not in ketosis. Like, it's not you're not truly in ketosis.
It's a false reading.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just tricking it.
I mean, obviously, if you are in keto and then you're also having exogenous ketones, you're going to still be in keto either way. It's literally like having a cup of coffee. And what is cheaper, a cup of coffee or exogenous ketones? I mean, what were they like for 12 sachets? Like £90.
Well, do you know what I low-key think a little bit? So, you know how when you can get people to do things, like I think there's a film on this, and it's like, they get the person like to kill a fly. The more things that you can do, then it was like you eat the fly, the more like you build it up and up and up. And that's why I think they start with, I'll send you some free sachets, or oh, here's a a 5-day trial for X amount, or £30 or whatever,
and I'll include some pea sticks. You try it out, you let me know.
Exactly. But the more that you can get somebody to do something, like the more agreeable I guess they are. So like if you can get people to pay £90, because I think they already know they're not going to hit everyone, because not everyone is going to pay £90. Not everyone's got £90, and most people are switched on. But those few that are willing to pay £90, they know that they'll be able to mold them for them to sell these products at £90 and get other. Do you know what I mean? Like it's almost like an initiation.
I mean, especially like with the whole mental health claims as well. Where they're saying how it's like cured my depression, regardless of whether it obviously works for some people, or whatever you might think, but if it truly works, why isn't everyone having it?
But I don't get why it would work though. If you're still eating carbs, and even if they worked, it's just getting rid of it. I don't understand it. I don't understand scientifically how it works.
I mean, to be honest, like if you're still eating carbs and you have exogenous ketones, you're just going to pee them out.
Like you're just not in ketosis if you're eating carbs. Like even if you're drinking ketones, you're just not going to be in ketosis. Like,
oh yeah, you'll just have like a pee reading that's, you know, of like 1.4 or something, but you're never going to get like super high, because if you're eating carbs, like your body will prefer to use glucose. That's just what our bodies do, and whether or not that is good or bad for us, you know, that's their first step, because that is the easiest and quickest way to get energy, you know.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's another sad one, isn't it? I just feel sorry for the people caught up and the people that fall for the, you know, let's have a quick trial, let's see what it's all about. And you know, it's just almost like as soon as they've got the claws on them, they're just like, come on.
And it's just so easy to be like misled on, especially on Instagram as well, because it's just everywhere. It's just all over it, and it's just so easy to just kind of go down that road. And like, I don't even blame people for going down that road, because sometimes like pre-keto, like I was just, even if people would message me things like that, I would think about it, like I'd still consider it, because it just seems so believable.
But that's the thing, like, I guess you have like a social media maturity, like the longer you've been on social media, the more you see through it. And I mean, this is why, like, you know, young girls have got really bad this is personally what I think anyway, like young girls have, you know, worse mental health, and guys as well, because they have these perfect images of people just shown to them all day, like that's their content that they're engulfing. Whereas we didn't have that as much. Like we had magazines and stuff, but do you know what I mean? It wasn't like a constant feed that we had attached to us all day. And I think that's like where the issue lies. I think it's really promising now that so many people are just showing like real versus Instagram, reality versus Instagram. But yeah, I think that's like one of the biggest issues. And I think as well, so many influencers now, they have such little credibility. Like you have people with large followings that are just selling anything to make a bit of cash for themselves. And it's there, but because people follow these people and admire them, like you say, it's just believable for people.
Yeah, like going back to what you just said about like the like young girls and mental health as well. Like I posted before and after the other day, and I don't know if you guys read the caption, but I had to put on it. I was like, because obviously I'm weight loss and I speak a lot about weight loss on my account, I just had to put it out there that like, although I'm posting this before and after photo, that does not define me. Like being smaller and losing so much weight does not equate, it does not make me more desirable or beautiful or anything, because I've been getting messages from some people saying it's quite toxic of you to be posting before and after pictures and telling people that that's how that they should be and that's how they should look. And I was like, I did actually take a step back and I did actually take it on board. Now initially I got angry because I was like, that's not what I'm doing. But then actually I did have to kind of take it on board and kind of think about it. Like, and that's kind of sad, because like all I want to do is share my success and inspire, motivate other people that want to lose weight for, you know, I always bang on about losing weight for health, but it's kind of sad that people are like, they're jumping on the bandwagon of it being, you shouldn't be posting a before and after photo at all. And it's sad that I can't just like have my own success about my own wins. Yeah, it's sad.
At the same time, I think, especially people that have been following you for a long time, like they understand that. And these people are probably just people that, you know, haven't really taken the time to understand who you are and what you're about. So I think a lot of the time you have to take some of these things with a pinch of salt.
Oh, absolutely.
Your page isn't 100% transformation photos. Like you share your wins and it's amazing. And you've got to do it. And so you should, because you've done such an incredible job and you're inspiring so many people by sharing it as well.
Thank you.
I think as well, like you share so much about health and your health journey as well. Like your page is more of like a lifestyle page, like just
I literally called it Shannon's. It used to be Shannonly_fitness, but I just changed it to Shannon's Life because I was like, I don't want to bang on just about just fitness all the time. Like because,
I mean you're in the same like boat as me, like we're trying to like move into like more health and lifestyle rather than just
just kind of be transparent
food,
and just kind of like show that I'm a human and I'm not just like a robot that all I think about is weight loss all the time, all day, every day, because I don't. Like I still love my life and I've got other aspects of my life.
Yeah,
I mean you were posting in hospital as well, which I thought was really, really like real and honest, and
It's refreshing.
You can't see a lot of people doing
Oh,
that.
thanks, guys.
Keep it real, Shannon.
Keeping it real, keeping it transparent.
Yeah, it's definitely the best way.
Yeah.
But you also raise your credibility that you're not perfect 100% of the time, and people can relate to you more.
Oh, nobody is. Like, when you go on Instagram, life isn't just like the little perfectly posed squares. Like, life isn't just Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Like, life isn't like that. Like, everyone has their own struggles and everyone goes through like crap. And like, even me, like, and I don't know if you guys were the same, like, you can be successful with weight loss, but you can still have your moments where you just feel like crap about yourself, and you still feel like you want to do better.
I think everyone goes through it, everyone, because I think as well, like, when you succeed so much in like one area, it's like you want it to transfer to everything.
I mean, I know, like myself, that I had quite a big social media burnout. I feel like I was taking way too much on, and by the time I tried to like kind of get back into it, I was like, oh well, I can't post that now. Like, I haven't posted in weeks. What am I going to say? I haven't posted in months. What am I going to say? Like, but like, to be brutally honest, like, if I hadn't had that social media burnout, I don't really know where I would have been today. Like, would I have still been posting like these perfect little squares of meals? Like, would I even have still been doing keto? Would I just been taking photos of stuff and just saying it was keto because I didn't want to get judged?
Yeah. So what, did you just take some time out of Instagram? Yeah, I did that. Like, I must have not posted for like 6 to 8 months, or you know, it's like posting really, really random sporadic photos. Like, I just got to a point where like I was just posting so much about fitness, and then my life turned away from just being about fitness and more into like business. And then I was like, right, I feel like I'm living like a dual life, but I'm not really sharing part of it. So then I was like, I came back and like, I've not changed my handle, but I've just changed my name and like my bio and stuff. It's like, it's a bit more lifestyle-y now and businessy, but
I'm loving seeing parts of people's lives though, because I just think it just kind of shows that they're just a person, like they're just a normal person. Like, I love seeing your business stuff as well, Anna. Like,
oh, thanks. Yeah. I want to share so much more about business, because I'm really passionate about like helping other people do their own thing as well. Because like, you can agree, Gia, like, just doing your own thing is just so much more empowering, and it's just so much more fun. And it's not like, there's something for everyone to do, even if it's in like the same, even if you know it's a saturated market, like there is a piece of the market for everyone, for whatever you want to do.
And to be honest, I feel like that's why this podcast can exist, because what's missing from the market is real. I understand that there are podcasts that are saying about experiences with keto and low carb, but they're not kind of bringing it all together.
I think that's why I love talking to you guys so much though, because you just kind of like, you guys literally give me life. Like, I talk to you guys more than sometimes like literally the people in front of me, because I feel like where we've all gone on the same like diet and like weight loss journey or fitness or whatever, we all kind of have like, we share the same mindset. But like, you girls just like lift me up and you keep me so positive. Like, sometimes if I'm sad, I'll just message like one of you or Lauren or like the like group chat we've got, and you're just so bloody funny.
Yeah, I resonate with it, because like, I just feel like since I come back to keto and this community, like I just feel like I found my tribe.
Yeah, like we are a little tribe.
Yeah,
such like a great fit, and I feel like it really enhanced my day-to-day in my life as well, because like you say, it's just mixing with people of the same mindset, and you know, being able to chat business and ideas and get different perspectives. It's just awesome, alongside the support, which is just insane.
I feel like you guys literally know me inside and out as well. Like, I was completely blown away when like after, so I feel like we've been talking about me a lot here as well, but like after this, but like, I couldn't believe you guys were all chipped in, and I can't believe those rich 2 biscuits you got me. Like, just little things like that. Like, I've been speaking to you guys for like a matter of like weeks and months. Like,
yeah, I mean for us it was literally like 2 weeks for us.
Yeah, like in the grand scheme of things, we haven't actually been talking for that long amount of time. Like, we haven't even, I don't think we've said how we've all met yet, have we? It's kind of like,
oh yeah, we missed that one out.
Yeah, so we kind of all started talking. Well, I started talking to everybody literally at the beginning of lockdown, I think. Must have been.
I can't remember whether which group chat it was that we all started like chatting in, or whether, because I know, Shannon, you've said that you were in like mostly like the US community for a while, because I'd honestly never heard of you. I've seen heard of Anna just through like Lauren and other people, but you were quite like a new addition into like
Everyone said the same thing. They were like, oh, where's she come from? Because when I started keto, I went on Instagram. Obviously it's so big out in America. I was just chatting to American people. Like, I still have my Americans on there that I speak to, but I feel like lockdown literally just brought me closer to everybody, like, local.
From the homeland.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, so we have actually never officially met. I guess this me and Shannon have FaceTimed, but like aside from that, like this is like our first little like meet up,
get together.
Distant
get together.
Very socially distanced through a screen. But I know that like we are quite excited for November, where we can kind of see everyone. I know personally it can be like quite daunting to meet people from the internet like in real life.
I kind of feel like I'm buzzing. Like I feel like I've already met you guys, to be honest. Like I talk to you guys every day. That I'm just so excited to meet you like properly, like in person. And I'm hoping by that time as well, I can actually give you guys a hug. There's gonna be, I can't imagine a meet up like socially distanced. Like I need to hug you guys. I need to like have a drink with you guys.
Yeah, it's kind of But isn't it crazy? Like a community to like do this. This is what the internet brings you, like just like-minded people.
Yeah, and it was like, going back to the other day, when last week or whatever, keto community gets stick for being like aggressive or whatever, but like we're all just such like a bunch of great friends. Like we're all just like happy people.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think Josh Nutrition, just shouting you out there, was ready for the onslaught that was all of us little group being like, well, it actually worked for us, hun. Like, you stop right there. You take a step back. And
I think the issue with him, well, two issues. Number one, like you get keto Nazis, like there is in every single, community. Do you know what I mean? Like there are people like that spoil it for everyone and just give it a bad name. So that was one issue. And then you've got people that are just so close-minded that have made their mind up what this, diet or lifestyle looks like just based on a few anecdotes, that they've heard over the time. And just get this, you know what I mean? Like it's such a bad attitude. And obviously just general bad attitude anyway. Like there was no convincing that guy.
No. Like sometimes there was just kind of like, I don't even know why I went there, because there was just no point, because with people like that, you can just tell that they're not even open to understanding. Because I feel like it just goes a long way when you can actually sit down and have a conversation with someone and just kind of like be open to what they have to say. Like if anyone approaches me, I'll always be open-minded and like listen to what they've got to say, and then I'll make my own mind up. But I feel I feel like he just couldn't say anything because he just didn't have the education behind it to like understand.
It was all for clout anyway. Like, why would you write that on a whiteboard and then put it in a keto tag? Like, if you truly don't believe in keto, don't tag it.
I was like, you clearly just don't want to.
You just wanted their likes.
Like, there is clearly no conversation.
But yeah,
people are great.
Just people baffle me on the internet.
We've got our own tribe.
Yeah.
Put the walls up.
I mean, going back to like the MLMs, like I feel like the pre like tribe, especially, like, to be honest, like I'm really disappointed in. There's their new store, Ketomania, and they're doing like the Bolero iced tea like sachets. They're selling the ketones. I'm like, I understand that you're a business, but like,
come on,
ethics.
They probably started with ketones, and like probably started selling for Prove It, and then thought, oh, if I can sell these, I'll sell other things.
I feel like it's just literally just about educating yourself. Like, just because something's got the word keto on it doesn't mean it's actually keto. Like,
it's like supplements.
Yeah.
I can't remember who said it, but just because it, like, someone was said, like, there's no such thing as a keto food. Like, there isn't.
Oh, I saw that too. Who was it that said that?
It was like,
Isn't it Keto Diet app? she posted something.
Yeah,
And then
I think Lauren. I think I just get all my information from Lauren's stories.
Oh god, I love Lauren's stories. I live for them every day. What I do is I save a story up and then I have a binge and I just watch through them all.
Yeah, I think that was really true because, and again, Josh here, he doesn't understand that keto is just starving yourself of carbs. That's it.